Are you listening?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. We got all the three talking heads up top and all the logos on the bottom.
Segregation, baby.
The only time you'll see me on bottom anywhere.
I'm a power bottom anyways.
Wow. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Today's just a chat and chill day, so we're going to have fun, just chat and chill and see what comes up.
Cool.
Ooh, yeah.
Cool.
Because tomorrow I got an appointment that's going to take over tomorrow's show, so I won't be able to do the show tomorrow. So I'm glad everybody who could be on just jumped on today. Then Wednesday, we got this really cool auction coming up in the afternoon. Yeah, if I can find the picture. Bloop, bloop, bloop. The picture. Boom. Yeah. So the 21st, this Wednesday, we're doing a fundraiser auction for Magic the Gathering cards. February 21st at 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Here on the channel, we'll be using PayPal and Discord. And if you watch a video 3 days ago, we did a video on how it's going to work. Discord, I need to be able to contact you if you win stuff. Whoop, whoop. PayPal, how you pay for stuff. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of jittery. Oh, man, I got some cool cards up for auction for grabs. So come make sure you're part of the action. Hello. Then I want to officially welcome everybody to Superfast Tortoise, which is proudly sponsored by CardsAutopia.com, where you can get sweet Magic the Gathering dice bags like this, or you can get a dice bag like that. But, they're $75 right now because you missed the sale for Valentine's Day, but they're still epic. Grab a dice bag. You can grab lapel pins, you can grab customized paintings, and you can get anything customized here at CardsAutopia.com. Woo-hoo. Woo.
Cool.
James, what the hell am I supposed to do at 11 a.m. tomorrow? I'm sorry.
Well, I got an idea, James. Maybe you go to Superfast Tortoise's house, sleep on his couch, shake your cane at him, since he's not going to be streaming tomorrow.
All right. Right. Well, it's an important appointment. Can't miss it. The only way I miss it if someone's too sick in the house, and right now the wife is healing up from having a cold.
Ooh, yikes.
Yikes.
So if anything happens there, you'll know if I go live tomorrow. Oh man. But I've been hanging out with the wife, been chilling. I want to know how everybody here is doing now. How are you doing, Hillbilly?
Doing pretty good. Been hanging out with the wife some, and reckoning a little bit on their arena today.
Ooh. Yeah, you were getting wrecked on arena today, more like it.
I was doing the wrecking mostly.
Nice.
I watched a lot of those games. Concede.
Yeah, I did concede on to a couple of them.
Until you found a deck you can beat. That was a rough match. I mean, your deck was pretty good, but there was a lot of games there. I was watching intently. I'm like, oh my Lord, how much beating can a hillbilly take?
Quite a bit.
Mm.
Quite a bit. Oh, I see
How
you
you
got a
doing,
different
Jamal?
cup.
Yeah, I do.
I'm doing good. It's a rainy day in LA. We don't get many of those, so I'm certainly not complaining, but I found I could make time to join you guys today, so that's exactly what I did.
Woo, woo.
Yeah.
Nice. How you doing, Milligan Full?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I just want to say I'm glad everyone's here. I like you guys, consider you all friends.
Oh, that's pretty cute. We all like you.
You're going to make me blush.
Uh-oh, you hit TCGdude in the feels.
Right? I almost forgot they had them.
How are you doing, Captain Waffles?
I'm doing good. I debated on calling out of work today because both my wife and the kid don't have to do work or school. So I was feeling kind of bummed out about that. I was like, I can stay at home and stream or record some more videos, but I got to get paid. So.
Yeah.
But hey, Tibble, I didn't know you were in LA. I'm a diehard Dodger fan. I used to live in California. So.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's where I'm at, or at least for now, anyhow. Yeah.
For now.
For now. I've got my eye on North Carolina at some point, but we'll see.
Yes.
I have a buddy who lives there. He likes it, but we chose to go to Washington. So
nice.
Washington is where I want to be. down in Washington.
Well, I appreciate that, James Willis.
Oh, shucks, move full. We like you too. Yep. And TCGdude, how are you rolling today?
I'm doing good. That just kind of threw me off though, because it's actually, unless you're in my neck of the woods, it's usually up to Washington, sir. All good. Man, I was so excited / nervous about getting that work cemented in that I got like no sleep last night, but I did do some like asset creations. I got a little intro for any future videos on my channel, and I'm right now actually working on a infographic for my Amazon affiliate link. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I actually am an Amazon affiliate, and the one item that I really shill is Dragon Shield Black Mat, because that's the only thing that I use for my decks. Like for real, I've probably got over 1,000 of those sleeves.
Nice.
So 1,000.
Woo.
make sure to always use protection, kids, on your deck.
Right. Don't leave home without it.
Dang it.
Oh my lord. The puns. All right. So wonderful day in the neighborhood. Anybody have anything fun they've been doing today? Like, I know.
I got something.
What's up?
I got to play with you guys on Spell Table.
Woo!
And while my deck didn't do as good as I had hoped, I got to be a kingmaker and make sure that Hillbilly got set up to win for sure.
Yeah.
But
Really
that was fun. I got a chance to play with you guys, so that was really good. I want to do that again. I'm hoping that next Saturday we'll get a chance to join you guys again if you're doing that same time.
Yes, I do Saturdays at 8 o'clock in the Central Standard Time all the time, which I know is like 7 or 6 o'clock for you.
6 my time, yeah.
Which is around dinner time for some people.
And I do it. I do it every day at 2 o'clock. I try to.
Yeah. He tries. And trust me. Yeah. Usually, I'm sitting there waiting with him, waiting for 2 more players. I'm like, we're putting the links everywhere we can. Can we grab somebody? 2 o'clock's a hard time to really grab.
Yeah, it is.
But we do get games of 3, like half the time, and we get a full game some of the time.
Yep.
Well, maybe after June, if I get the money, if I have enough money, I'll get me a commander deck, maybe a pre-con to start with, and then I'll get a camera to help with for my computer, and then maybe I can start joining you after June.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
That would add a 4th person.
Mm-hmm. James.
Well, I finally got a new mic stand and a camera coming in, and I recorded a video the other night for Sealed. So working on getting my streaming up.
You created a Sealed video, a video about Sealed?
Yeah, it was one of the Karlov. I had a Sealed token on Arena, so I was like, I'll burn it. Just play some Sealed, but I've got a ton of draft tokens and gems and stuff to do some drafting. Nice. But I'm waiting for that camera to come in, and then I could probably do other stuff. But yeah, I just put a video out this morning for it.
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't get past the I actually didn't get past it. I was too busy watching you eating waffles. That's what I was watching.
Waffles. Captain Waffles.
You like waffles? You still like waffles. That song. Oh, that's a good song.
He's gonna update his logo where he's gonna have like a little waffles, like with a lasso, like Twinkie the Kid and a little cape.
Yes, James, I was trying to see how much life I could gain that game.
That's funny. Funny. That was a lot of life.
Yeah, it
My
was.
when we was done with the game, I was looking at my deck, like looking through my deck, and I realized all the draw spells and powerhouse cards are at the bottom. And I shuffled this deck a couple times, and I searched for land and shuffled the deck a couple of times. How did everything good get down there? I mean, the token doublers I was running were pretty solid, but man, I was running so far behind because of it. Fun game though.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody blowing up my stuff was not fun.
What do you mean?
My favorite line from that. My favorite line from you guys playing was, "Yeah, he's gonna double, triple double his tokens."
Yeah, you're going double, triple, double. So the thing about my Chapman deck is it's secretly an angel deck. I have the Sarah Planeswalker in there, Sarah Planeswalker. I got Sigil the Empty Throne. I have another 4/4 Angel Token Maker, and I'm supposed to spam out Angel tokens like crazy, and I'm supposed to win with Angels. Like that's the gig. But I wasn't getting any of my creatures, and like late game, and I expressed late game, like it was late game. I finally get one of my enchantresses out, and it's too late to even recover from that.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
It's frustrating, but I mean that's how it goes. That's the nature of the game, man. It is the luck of the draw sometimes, and just like with mine, I couldn't get my spore producers out there and stuff, and like I had, but that Gaze of Granite, man, I was holding that from the very beginning. That was like one of the first cards I drew, so I was afraid to play anything onto the board because I knew I was going to do a board wipe. But I probably should have just gone for it and started playing my cards as I had them. So,
Tybalt, that's so cool you mentioned Gaze of Granite, because I was going through bulk rares recently and looking for Abzan cards specifically, and I came across that, and I was like, bro, for 3 mana, I can just get rid of everyone's clues and treasure tokens.
Exactly.
And tokens.
Yep.
Just tokens.
Yep. If they're artifact token. Oh yeah, it's non-land permanents. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a great card, and it's got
That's
Vraska art on it.
card. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's because it's from Ravnica. Like the blocks. All right. James asks, has anyone drafted only murders in the manor yet? Says, what did you think of the draftability? Is it, if there is any?
I haven't drafted it yet, but I'm getting to that point. But I wanted to say, you guys sound like you're having some performance issues with your decks.
Well, right. You know,
there is something out there to help with that.
Right, it's called playing the game. Don't hit the game. Don't hit the player. Hit the game. Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. My deck was a little limp.
Not net decking hard enough.
Not using the Shrek hard enough.
Yep.
Right. No, my deck usually performs decently, and there are some powerhouse cards in the beginning, but they're very powerhouse supportive cards. Like they're supporting the winning strategy, and all the winning strategy was like in the bottom half of the deck. I'm like, go figure. I wanted to show off today, and it didn't want to show off. James Willis, little blue pills. Well, the question is, do you want to take the blue pill or the red pill? One will open your mind, and the other will keep you in the matrix, and you will never remember what happened.
I was going to play dinosaurs. I'm glad I played vampires.
Right?
That's a strong deck.
Vampires.
Oh, speaking of vampires, on Arena I came across a good combo with Sheldred and I think it's called Bloodveil Purveyor. That if you it gives you blood veils, but if you it also boosts the opponent gives your opponent blood tokens, but also depending on how many blood tokens they have, it'll boost your monster up.
Oh yeah.
So when they want to get rid of the blood veils to make your monster lose, it also cost them 2 damage. That was played against me, but that was a good combo.
Yep.
Combo breaker. You know what that reminds me of, Hillbilly? What's the first segment of the day?
That would be the
Card of the day.
So when I was looking for the card of the day, I was looking for a couple cards fairly cheap now. One of them, because there's 2 cards on this list. One's like a $6 card for this version. So grab it. Like I have to like beg the wife and talk to the wife about it to see if I can grab a copy of it, because I've been wanting a copy of this. Not the Dark Bargain, but the other card. But the Dark Bargain is really good for your Vampires deck. Hillbilly. Costs 4 mana. It's an instant. He says you look at the top 3 cards of your library. You put 2 of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Dark Bargain does still 2 damage to you.
well, as much
Seems like a deal.
As much life gain I got in that dang on Vampire deck. That
Oh,
make this better do something. I think it would.
Right, like Phyrex and Arena. Like whenever you get to play that in your deck, it's pretty solid.
Yep.
Then the other card I'm talking about that's incredibly cheap because of reprint. Boom, Dark Confident. This version is $6 right now.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well worth the pickup.
yeah, because like it will eventually slowly increase in price because the card it is. But the older versions still hold a higher price tag. But that's why I'm specifically calling out this version. For a generic and a black, it's a creature, human, wizard. That's a 2/1. So at the beginning of your upkeep, you reveal the top card of your library and put that card in your hand. You lose life equal to its mana value. Like in one of my decks, I run Dark Tutelage. It's an enchantment with the same ability. The only thing that makes Dark Tutelage worse than this card is Dark Tutelage can't die easy. So you can get stuck with it, where you can choose to block with this creature if you don't want it, or sacrifice this creature if you don't want it. This card is actually pretty OP for your deck. He might not be a vampire, but he'll help you with card advantage, which I notice a lot that Hillbilly needs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like that artwork, and I like that saying, greatness at any cost.
that's right. Greatness at any cost.
That's
Yeah.
With that in mind, this should have been probably like a Golgari card or a Sultai card in Ravnica, where it's blue green black, because it's like Golgari and Simic working together to increase the power. But no, it's a good amount of black card. They couldn't really remake the card because this is a reprint. But this is a good reprint to pick up, and the price range I think is solid for it.
Yep.
All right, now for pictures of the day, Hillbilly sent one of this. He's like, I find this funny. I was reading it. So touch my coffee, I'll slap you so hard, even Google won't be able to find you. Oh man, that's pretty tough. Then the next cup I got really explained how I felt this morning.
That looks like Hillbilly, though.
Right, with all the tears, like the wet fur from all the crying and stuff.
I do see a likeness.
Well, at least I'm drinking name brand coffee. Starbucks.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Name brand coffee. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome back. Hillbilly, you're hiding.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I have a Pepperidge Farm remembers about Dark Confidant. I remember getting Judge foils, and they used to be $100, and now this card's, you could get, Dark Confidant for like $5 now. But I have to say, I love the Gary Oldman one the best. The one from Modern Masters.
Yeah, the one from the Commander Master, not Commander. It's from a Master set.
Modern
And
Masters.
Modern Masters, right? And it's the one where he's all gothic and looks like he's from Fifth Element.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, that one's a fun art. I personally like the original art the best on it, but
Well, it's Bob Mayherd. That was back when they used to do the invitational card, and you got put on a card just like Snapcaster Mage and a couple other ones, and then they just recently did it again with Fairy Mastermind.
right. Well, I think they should do it. They should do it more often nowadays. With how many players and YouTubers there are, I mean, with the rise of AI art, I think they could definitely get some mastering of it done. So
I mean, they don't even have to have a competition for it. I could tell you 5 people right now that deserve a card: Reed
Right.
Duke,
Read it for sure.
LSV.
Yeah, let's
You've
be,
got there's no German Juggernaut card of Kai Bude.
right.
I know there's a John Finkel, but there's no like Paul Rietzel would be a good one, like a mono white weenie card.
Right.
And then the last one I would probably be like Paulo or what's his name? Willie
Take
Idol.
Jim Davis.
Right.
Jim Davis would be a goblin. I'm telling you right now, Jim Davis would be a goblin.
Yeah, I'd like to see that
Absolutely.
Jim Davis Goblin
Yeah.
card.
Right. And I know the dude has a secret lair coming out, but the what's his
Sheldon?
name? Sheldon Minery should have a player rewards type of card in a standard set so everybody can get their hands on a copy.
Make it a legendary, so it could be a commander too, of course.
Right. It'll cost all 5 colors, and he says whenever you cast a creature card, draw a card, discover 2, draw a card. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. It's really good. Like I think it would be a neat thing because Sheldon Minery did do a lot for Commander. He did get the whole ball rolling,
Yeah, he did.
I have a lot of personal experience with Sheldon, especially when I was in the judge program and worked alongside with him. Such a great guy. Like, I mean, he would take you under his shoulder and teach you anything you wanted to learn about the game.
Pretty cool
Awesome.
indeed. So
A real
Rest in
mentor
peace, dude.
in the game.
Oh, absolutely. I remember playing, I think it was at a GP. I went and played, but then after hours, after the GP and everything, I actually got into a commander game with Toby Elliott, Sheldon Minery, and Sean Catanese. They were all judges, and I was a judge at the time. I was only an L1 working towards my L2, but I got to play with all of them. And oh my God, let me tell you, the power level of their decks, like it was insane. Like they just absolutely wiped the floor with me.
They went all Super Saiyan.
Well, I mean, they were all like Toby and Sheldon were level 5s, and Sean was my regional coordinator as an L3. And so any rules, like they were just like, so because of layers and this and that, this is going to do. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm done. Like I'm dead. I'm out.
Right. Some people like that. Some people just have good decks. And then sometimes it happens by accident, like my Rafika the mini deck. Building decks, thinking of building decks. So one time I had a Rafika the mini and I had it started as a lot of bulk jank. Like commons, uncommons, and I was putting together this Rafika the mini deck, and the mana curve was like 1, 2, and 3 for the most part, with a couple other little commander enchantment staple kind of things. Well, this deck just at first performed super well. Like I was killing a player. I call it the player killer deck, where I can, if I really focused on a player and became that person, I can remove a person out of the game by turn 4 through 7, like just like that. Then the deck got upgraded with nifty cards over the time, and I dumbed it down first, and it got upgraded because some people were sending me packs, like non-Magic players would buy a pack off the shelf, and I open the pack and pull off I can't remember the green land from Kamigawa, but like the green land from Kamigawa's channel, and I'm like, okay, we'll put this in the deck. I'm like,
Power creep.
Yeah, so the deck got power creeped and over, and so I enjoyed the deck so much that I made a budget version of the deck. Still powerful, still runs pretty good. It's a budget version of the deck. It's more fair. The curve is more fair, and it's more built like a good precon. And like, you know what? I'm going to build this deck for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway because, I talk about Rafik, and some people like to learn from their own experiences. So I built it precon style. I'm like, there's 4 commanders for you. You got Rafik, you got Estrid, the Mast, you have Kestia, the Cultivator, and the 4-mana commander that came from a deck that you can look at the top card of your library and cast it if it's an enchantment or an equipment card. I'm like, and I played it a couple times, and I'm like, this deck is pretty good. Like I throw it up to the level of like his vampires deck that if I still focus on one person, I can remove a player pretty easily. But I made it more fair and the fact that my main Rafik deck, if it doesn't win by like turn 4, turn 5, it kind of struggles and builds back up. This deck has more of a consistency staying in the game. Yeah, that's the only difference because it's a little weaker in the front end of the game, but it's a little more sturdy throughout the game.
Nice. How many decks
Yeah.
do you have, by the way? I'm just curious.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably 9 or 10.
Okay.
Not 30.
Yeah, that's not necessarily a good thing that I have 30 decks either, but I do have but I try to rotate them, and like I said, I'm lucky because I've got a place that I can play a couple times a week, so I can get between 4 and 8 games in or whatever, so I can rotate them and stuff. But yeah, 30 is not necessarily a good thing, but yeah.
Well, so this nifty deck box, right? And this in this side of the deck box right here, right? Yeah. So this side of the deck box has my dinosaur deck in it. The one I got that precon that I upgraded to be really, really more powerful. Then since so many cards were taken out of it, I actually built a second one, a dinosaur deck, out of the cards I took out.
Nice.
And upgraded it where I can. And now it's pretty good. It's not as powerful as the other side, but yeah. So, I take inspiration. Now I have 3 dinosaur decks. I have this 2 Pant Laza decks, and I got a Joda Joda Archmage Eternal dinosaur deck where it just focuses on doing 5 color things and whatnot.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm lucky when I go, like I said, I get a chance to go. So I always take about 5 decks with me, and I make sure to take 1 roughly of each power level. And whatever number I give them and stuff, I make sure to take like 2 off because I'm playing it. So like if it's a 7, I'll grade it at a 5 because I'm piloting it. But I try to get 1 everything so that I've got a variety. That way, when I go to the store, no matter what I'm up against, whether it's players that I know or that I played against before, or somebody comes in boasting about, well, I've got a deck that does this, this, and this. I'm like, well, okay, well, I'll go to this one. I'll take my Almanatu out, or I'll take whatever and stuff. But just curious. I noticed really quick that James had asked some time ago about the murders in the manor.
Yeah.
I haven't done any drafting myself. As a matter of fact, on Arena, I've made a point not to open any of them. So like I've got about 20 decks, or rather 20 packs that I've got to open on Arena and stuff. But that's my only experience. I haven't gone to the LGS to draft any and stuff. But has anybody else done that?
Like Captain Waffles, when we covered earlier, said he's going to do it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on and do some drafts as soon as I can.
Do it.
Do it. You can do it.
I just don't know if I'll be able to stream it or not because my internet's garbage out where I live. I live out in the woods, so I had to literally tear apart my T-Mobile Wi-Fi thing that they give you for the internet and put a booster signal on it, and it helps, but it's not like amazing. So,
in your situation, if your internet kind of sucks, when your internet's doing good, I'd download OBS if you don't have it and just record the game and cut that down into a video you can upload.
Yeah, I have a couple things that I can screen record already. That's how I did the sealed one the other night. But to piggyback on Tibble, I do the same thing. I bring a couple decks, and I have that one deck that if somebody comes in bragging, that they're unbeatable and everything, I just pop out Vindy Click and tunnel vision them and win the game.
Oh, nice.
I've done that with Rafik too. I'm like, oh, you think you're good? Let's do 1v1.
Well, the funny thing is I can kill everybody in a 4-player pod. I actually have Deadeye Peregrine Drake to combo off for infinite mana, and then once I do that, I can either buy back Capsize all their stuff, or I can tunnel vision with Displacer Kitty on a Drouser to keep getting back tunnel vision and just basically deck everybody out or make it to where nobody plays anything.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good to have a deck like that. That means you're more prepped for a CEDH game.
Yeah. How does everybody feel about infinite combos in decks?
So like I don't mind an infinite combo. I have 2 decks with 1 infinite combo, and I'm working on a 3rd deck to have an infinite combo, which was pieced together by Hillbilly. Um,
Hot
so
take. I encourage them, man. It's
yeah,
like the pinnacle of the mountain, man. That's one of those Mount Everest in Magic. That's like, hell yeah, my deck went infinite, you know?
right, but like
Well, the problem. So the problem with Infinite is So if you don't have a way to stop the combo, the game ends in a draw. So
Yep.
as long as you can break the combo, it's fine. But I've had
Right.
people come in like, "Oh, I'm in an infinite combo." It's like, okay, do you have a break? No. Okay, the game's a draw. Let's move on. They're like, no, I win. It's like, no, you don't.
No, you don't. Right. Well,
Right.
Yeah, it's a proper caveat.
So I traded for an impact trimmers from Hillbilly that I'm gonna put in my dinosaur deck, just so my Polyraptor combo has a win condition, right?
Yeah.
Then in my Chilean deck, I have an Infinite's turn deck, which is basically let's attack everybody each turn. Like I will need to attack. I'm going to take these infinite turns to always attack someone and win the game, hopefully. Then the Polyraptor combo was an accidental combo. I didn't realize was there. Hold on a second.
Oops, went infinite.
Yep. Well, I played it and I'm like, how does this work? Like, because I thought it was one of those combos where you can like choose for it to stop, but no,
Right.
the combo keeps on going. So that's why I needed the impact trimmers so I can like damage everybody out. Then in my enchantment deck that I played the other night, in fact after the game I just slid in Enchanted Evening, where it turns every permanent into an enchantment. And I have this other piece that's in the binder still that says whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 Pegasus. So if you ever play, like even your lands are enchantments, so if I play 1 permanent spell, I infinitely make a 2/2 creatures. Now, right now, there's no win for it, other than it draws the game. I'm trying to get a win for it.
Well, the way you could do that is you can just combo off and make a ton of these Pegasi, and then kill your own enchantment that keeps creating them to stop the loop.
Right. Look, I'm thinking of stuff like that. Like one of the things I'm thinking about is because like the only combo I got to go with it is the mill myself out combo, and that's with Eidolon Blossoms. Like whenever a champ enters battlefield, you draw a card. So mill myself out. Like when it comes to infinite combos, like my infinite turn combo, in my Chilean deck, I put it in there because I had to be able to play against a play group at the time. Like that was my play group was rough. But when I do an infinite combo, I try to make it like an instant win or an instant draw kind of thing. Like game's over, infinite combo, I went infinite. But now I'm trying to find ways to make those little infinites game ending no matter what. Because like I remember the worst time I ever had an infinite combo go against me or a table of 8 people. Is this guy was running a Niv Mizzet deck back in the day, and he just took infinite turns and took like an hour playing by himself.
Oh yeah, that's no good. That's no good.
I mean, if you're the guy playing by yourself, it's fun.
Right.
Yeah, see, like the other thing too is if you do have an infinite combo and it's your one trick pony, people will catch on pretty quick. So you got to make alternate, like also in Vindiclick. Like I played against a guy who has Eldrazi's, so I can't mill him out. So my alternate win con is to mill myself out and win with Jace, Rattler of Secrets or whatever, the one that says
There you go.
draw a
Yeah.
card. Yeah, so it's like, okay, I can't win that way. I'm going to win another way. And it's just, you. I know you guys probably know this, but you always got to tune your deck to win multiple ways, not just one way.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, either have 2 win conditions or go out banging. That's what I say.
It's just interesting because in some of the pods that I've played in and some of the people, without calling any specific people out, that a lot of people are like, oh, I never use infinite combos. Oh, I don't like those. I don't think those are good or whatever. But to me, those are also the same players that will also play out synergistic decks that just choke you out of the game so that you don't get a turn or you don't get to play. And oftentimes I'm like, well, I would rather have the infinite combo in there where you kill me and let's get on to the next game.
Right.
Maybe the draw is going to be different. Maybe it will play out differently and stuff. And
You mean you don't like losing the Stasis Winter Orb?
I play Stasis Winter Orb, but no. Generally, like you said, I want it to win. I want my combo or their combo to win, and I just don't want to be choked out. Like you said, it does feel demoralizing to sit there while somebody else takes 15, 20 minutes per turn and isn't really accomplishing anything. And I don't want to be one of those people that's telling other people how to play their deck. But I'm just saying on my end, it's a feel bad when you sit down and you've got to realize that like a lot of people don't get out to play all the time. Like, again, I talk often about the fact I get out a couple of times a week and I've got multiple people to play with. Not everybody has that. So I think about it as being respectful to those people that maybe have had a long week, horrible day at the job or whatever, and this is their one time to get in a commander game, and you're going to take 30 minutes per turn, your turn, and there's 3 other people that are taking, 5 or 10 minutes their turn, and it's like, that just makes it miserable for the guy.
This sounds a lot like a F&M I went to, and a guy was playing Yawgmoth, the 4 and 3 Phyrexia Yawgmoth. I forget what his name is, but anyways, it's basically he goes turn 2 Commander, turn 3 Bolus of Citadel, and then for the next hour proceeds to just fill up his board but never kill us. And it's like, dude, come the fuck on. You have the win. Just do it. So I literally just scooped and walked away.
Yeah.
Right. People who want to show above their deck sometimes get annoying, especially in that kind of position.
Yeah, in that situation, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Hillbilly was in a situation like that the other day where this person was just building up their deck, because they want to show what their deck can do. And the board state was just getting crazy, but they didn't attack.
That's why I scooped on them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's perfectly understandable. And I've come to realize that I need to do that maybe more. And I'm not necessarily even scooping because I'm mad. I mean, it's just like, well, we're wasting time now. We could be playing something else and having other different interactions than just me watching you and, checking the time and getting on my phone and whatever.
I know exactly who Tortoise is talking about, and she does that. It's a female, and she does that all the time. And she gets a lot of scoops from me for doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to standard competitive tournaments, no rules barred. I played a 5-color dragon deck that's main focus was Teamer and Jeskai Ascendancy and a lot of Mad Derps to play out dragons and Turbo Fog. And the deck did pretty good. I didn't always win F&M, but I never became in the bottom bracket. But worked on getting Mana Derps out, drawing cards, filtering out cards, building up a board full of dragons while fogging the board as much as possible when I'm being attacked. Then with the haste engines and the Mana Derps just coming out and all the draw abilities, and play a lot of draw spells like Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise, and with Jeskai Ascendancy, you're just looting on top of everything because when you cast a non-creature spell. And all I do is what I'm bringing up is these games would just go all the way till time. They'll say time, you got 5 minutes to win the game, and that's when I normally win the game at that point. And I didn't. And the reason I bring it up is because it wasn't infinite combos, but it's almost as salty as infinite combos for how long my turns took.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's standard competitive. Like I said, no rules again in standard competitive. Compared like that. Well, Commander is different because you have 99 cards. You're guaranteed to basically have a half an hour to an hour game, plus sometimes goes to 2 hours. And if it's a really solid game, you're going 3 hours.
Rookies, I'm talking 4 and 5 hour games. But I play with a play group of the 4 of us that first started for the first year or so. We played just Commander with ourselves, each other or whatever. And those games just got ridiculous because everybody knew what everybody else was going to do. And instead of having win conditions, we just stopped the other guy from winning. So when I started playing a wider range of opponents and stuff, then I realized, oh, I need to put win conditions in here. It's not just about wasting the day and spending a whole weekend together. I got to actually win the game now.
Right.
God, that reminds me of growing up playing Risk.
Risk.
Gotta love it.
Risk can be either a fast game or the longest game.
Yep.
My
It's
dad
the
was
kind of
always
game where you
long
have to
because
write
he
down
always
stuff
took
on paper.
Australia.
My bad. What's up, Waffles?
Oh no, sorry. I was just saying with my dad, the games always took forever because he would always take Australia continent and just barricade and hold that shit.
Fight everybody on all fronts.
He made you do all the work to fight for it, apparently. Like when we play, it's usually like 2 to 3 people playing, and there's a lot of war going on. Like we don't broaden and just hold down a fort. We try to build up, then we try to push, and we try to take over the world. Yeah. Oh, and I still want to congratulate TCGdude on his news from yesterday. Whoop whoop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate that, my guy.
Yeah.
I'm doing orientation tomorrow in the evening, which means I get to troll with DJ tomorrow morning on Fallout.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be busy during that time.
That's Dave and Buster's, right?
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
That's
Congratulations.
right. I'm gonna be helping create memories for people with their drunk asses having chicken wings.
Yeah, I can imagine having all the blast and fun playing arcade games.
Cool.
Just imagine all the vomit you're gonna clean up.
Oh my god! See, right? That's why I work in the kitchen.
You don't have to worry about cleaning whack-a-mole. Gotta take it apart. I don't know, because I don't know how closing hours, but it sounds like a fun job. And it sounds like it'll be good for you. It seems like up your alley, the kind of personality you carry that it's supposed to be an outgoing personality. But
is it supposed to be? I don't know. That's what they tell me.
Right.
Have you seen the movie Waiting?
Yeah, oh,
yes, bro. Ryan Reynolds is my shit. And that movie is awesome.
Yeah.
Little floor spice makes everything nice.
Right.
Give him the goat.
a little bit of sugar.
Just remember, you can't mix Mexican with continental.
Oh my lord.
Damn.
That movie is so disturbing.
Oh goodness.
Like honestly, I can't think of the comedian's name. Was it David something or whatever?
Dane Cook. Dane Cook was in that movie.
Thank you, Dane Cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can't believe that was one of his first major roles. And I'm like, you wasted it on this movie?
Wasted. I mean, your opinion is valid.
I don't know. Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch, was pretty good.
Look, his career went one way, and it went from starting in big director name movies and stuff, then to doing sequels for cars, like airplanes. I'm like,
y'all want to know something crazy?
What's up?
That Van Wilder movie, the National Lampoon's Van Wilder with Ryan Reynolds. Classic film, by the way. Legend has it, and this is according to Bert Kreischer and an article published by some outlet. Van Wilder is loosely based off of Bert Kreischer's college years, bro. Like,
wow.
Look it up, man. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, somebody wrote a script about Bert's life, and it ended up going through the Film Guild, whatever, and they ended up making that with National Lampoon's. Crazy.
Cool.
That scene where they do the eclairs. Oh my god. The best line of that whole part, if you hear in the background of that part, you can hear a guy go, "Oh, I think I've had these before."
Yes.
You guys are nasty.
I'm glad to know I'm with my peoples here.
I remember watching that movie, a long time ago before I met my wife.
Would watching
That-
that movie get you divorced now?
Yeah.
Van Wilder is in my top 5 along with Idiocracy. That is
Idiocracy is one of the
so Idiocracy is
That's
slowly
underrated
becoming a
movie.
documentary.
Yeah,
right.
100%,
Right.
man.
Right. Like that movie is banging all the way through, even to the car fight, you know.
The drill dozer.
Well,
Literally told the lady last night, it has electrolytes. It's what streamers crave.
right. Right. Like,
Oh man, I think we made it too big. It doesn't fit through the door.
I like money.
Money.
I'm trying to watch Ow My Balls.
The Time Machine is so good when he's going through there and he's like, and then the Nazi dinosaurs were defeated and the Un was created.
right. Oh my lord,
yeah,
so
good
insane.
stuff.
Like if I like, what was it? Idiocracy is a movie I'd tell people to watch. My wife doesn't agree with me, but if you're gonna watch Idiocracy, you need to watch A Clockwork Orange. Another movie that'd get me divorced if I watched it again. But Clockwork Orange is a good movie.
That's an awesome movie.
Right? And if you're gonna watch A Clockwork Orange, you need to watch American History X.
Yeah.
You know.
Boy, this is just getting darker and darker.
Yeah, man, come on.
I like Ferris Bueller.
Bueller is a good movie. Well, see, there's a lot of things that like tie into each other, and there's a lot of things that open up people's eyes, and there's a lot of, believe it or not, there's a lot of darkness that surround like different stereotypes, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And like when it comes to movies, and some people just look at a movie and like, oh, that's about one way, but it's really not. Like A Clockwork Orange, the meaning behind it is really deep. I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like some adult, not like animated movies that are adult for adults. They get passed up for like just say that's for children and stuff,
Right.
but they're really for adults. Like animation doesn't have to be for our kids all the time.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, like
Yeah.
Wall-E. Wall-E's a pretty deep movie if you really get into it.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another documentary.
Like my friend Stasis, or like he said, it was when that movie first came out. His favorite scenes when he picked up the diamond ring in the case, opens it, throws out the diamond rings, and keeps the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
So a lot of good stuff. I think it's amazing. But like, I don't know. I think when it comes to like a lot of things, like a lot of movies nowadays are like, let's see, a lot of movies are coming out nowadays. I know this is a weird thought, but a lot of movies are coming out nowadays and they're not getting a lot of traction, even if they're good. Like The Little Mermaid was a decent film, but it got a lot of hate, but it shouldn't have. But that movie was good. I actually watched it, but like it bombed really bad.
Like the only movie I heard that got a lot of traction was that Barbie and Oppenheimer movie.
Right?
Together.
Which is weird because Barbie, I wouldn't expect to get a lot of traction. And Oppenheimer, possibly because it's supposed to be a historical film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they need to do is cut them together and make Barbenheimer.
Actually, they are making that, Captain Waffles. They are making that, to be honest. It's going to be a parody movie.
I'm not surprised. Well, all I have to say is my channel is brought to you by Carl Jr. They pay me to say that.
Right, but I think you guys are good.
Did anybody see Poor Things?
No.
Poor Things. That's another movie that's similar in the same vein of what you were talking about with A Clockwork Orange, where there's like one level to it that you could enjoy or watch. There was a lot going on in that movie. I'm not sure if it would get you divorced or not, but there's a bit of nudity and stuff like that and some adult content in there. But beyond that surface stuff and beyond that, there's a lot deeper meaning to it and stuff that can be enjoyed. So it's one of those films that you can choose to look at it and see what you want to see. And if you want to think about it a little bit more and stuff, you'll find different layers to it. Mm-hmm. So that's the last time we went to the movies or whatever and stuff. We went to see that, and that was really, really good movie. Emma Stone. It was really good.
Sounds very indie.
Yeah, it was, but it was shot so beautifully, And like I said, the story, like, I don't want to spoil anything and stuff, but it's more of a Frankenstein story, kind of. I mean, there's and that's selling it short. Just actually anything I say about it is going to diminish it. So check it out a little bit, see the trailer, see if it appeals to you at all. I would say definitely check it out.
Is that the one with William Dafoe and
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I've seen stuff on it. I've been wanting to watch it. I haven't watched it
Yeah,
yet.
definitely. I think you should definitely talk it out to watch that for sure. Yeah.
What about Monster Balls?
That's the Monsters Ball. Was that the one with hold on,
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton and
Yeah.
I can't think of her name now.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry, yes, yeah, that was that was a dark movie, but a really good movie.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. How do we get so dark? We're supposed to be talking about magic.
I mean, magic can get dark.
It's just chill. It's just,
Look, every movie we mentioned, like between me and all you guys, like especially starting with Idiocracy, every movie we mentioned has a meaning that's better than what most people look at it for. Like a lot of people look at Clockwork Orange like that movie's messed up, but when you look at the underlying meaning, it's not good. Other movies I mentioned, like some people just look at the face value of it and they're like, oh, that's an evil movie. No, it's not. The meaning behind it is more. You're just looking at it like that's the wrong way. You know?
Surface level.
Tortoise over here sounding like you just don't get it.
Just like Monster Balls. If you watch it, I mean, if you really watch it real close and examine it, it's about a prisoner that gets killed.
Yeah. And that's only part of it. It's everything that happens afterwards,
Right.
and how it affects everybody. I think there's a lot to, I mean, you learn and you can see characters grow and get empathetic towards the situations. A lot of times with everything in life, I think that you, the more you know things, the more wider range of people that you meet, the more experiences you have, the deeper you're going to get out of life in general, just because you can start to see other people's ideas and stuff. You're going to get exposed to them, and you're going to learn more and maybe experience life a little deeper. I don't know. I'm going off on the deep end. Never mind.
No, you're good. You're good. Oh, no, you're good. Like there's a lot of things, a lot of movies that have deep meanings, but there's movies that just are weird. Like my wife watched this movie. I can't remember. I think the movie was called Cardboard, but I could be wrong. But anyways, it's about this guy who builds like a little cardboard hut, and somehow him and his friends go in this cardboard hut, and it's a mystical, monstrous maze. I'm like, what?
I saw the preview for that. I never saw it and stuff. Was that good?
Huh.
Did you like it?
It was weirdly all right. Like it was weirdly all right.
Okay.
Like you're kind of getting what you asked for when you go watch it.
I'll have to check that out.
But like another movie I think was good. Like they made two versions of this. Skip the sequel. Just watch the first movie, The Cube. That movie was good back in the day.
There's actually
Is that the one where they go through? Isn't that the one where they go through and have to like solve puzzles and stuff? Or
Yeah, they have to solve math equations and puzzles, and they have to go room to room and try to survive. But if they go in the wrong room, it's trapped. They die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's at least 3 of them. There's the Cube Zero and stuff too, the Hypercube or whatever. So
I didn't know.
My wife and I used to do a podcast on movies and stuff. So like that was one of them that we reviewed that series. So that was crazy. It was a trip. There's a lot to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it dates itself now, but back in the day, it was a good film. Like today, it's still a decent film. It's just the visuals are very dated.
Yeah.
So in a past life, you were a movie podcaster, huh?
Yeah, sure enough. Yeah. And here's a tip for everything. Don't name your whatever it is in an ancient forgotten language. Don't choose Latin. I chose Latin for the name of the podcast. I thought it was funny at the time. It was called Vices and Teramo. which roughly translated to time to slay or time to kill. I thought it would be funny because it was going to be 30 minutes to kill. You know, you're just sitting around doing something, so you had to listen to this podcast for 30 minutes to kill. But then I got the genius idea of calling it Visus and Teramo, and then like it never showed up in any of the search engines or anything else, or nobody could spell it.
Right. No, yeah, it really
Nah.
hurt the SEO score. You
Exactly.
could have named it like however you say 30 minutes a line, you could put Copper DM, but Copper DM it, and the first one would catch on 30 minutes. But I know, no, it's definitely weird. But like you could have gone in a lot of different routes with names for sure.
For sure.
Movies, like I used to be a large movie buff. One of my favorite movies still today, like I'm not a big horror movie fan, but one of my biggest favorite horror movies from back in the day was The Descent.
Oh God, that is so good. That is such a good movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I'm talking about the original version before they remastered it a little to fit a sequel.
Okay. Did you watch the sequel? I thought the sequel was okay. I was surprised by how good it was. I thought
the sequel was all right. The sequel was all right.
It's not going to live up to the original for sure, but
right.
yeah.
But like the ending was so much deeper in the original cut from the first film, where because there was a whole story, there was a whole background story about how one lady was having an affair with this lady's husband, and you don't realize it, but once you realize it's all about a necklace this one lady is wearing that went behind it, because it's one of those movies you have to solve everything.
Yeah,
but
they don't spoon feed you.
Yeah, and the movie tricks you too, because the camera will pan around like a scene, and there'll be like a little monster in the background just standing there. And if you don't pay attention to it, you won't see it. But if you pay attention to each scene, you'll find monsters looking at them all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. The Descent was a credible movie. Oh, like and I like the ending where no one escaped because everybody got trapped, and that in essence, it really brought a fear to me. Like if I ever got in a situation, what if I never escaped? You know, that real life scare is real life.
Oh my gosh, the scene in the cave and stuff where she's trying to squeeze through that. I have claustrophobia, so like when there's that scene in there where they're trying to work their way through the crack there, and I'm like, I'm holding my breath and stuff. It's like, it was an intense experience watching that movie. Even as far as trilogies, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with. It's kind of a loose trilogy, but John Carpenter's Armageddon trilogy with The Thing and Prince of Darkness, and those movies are probably going to be my favorites. That's what James was asking.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite trilogy of movies, Hillbilly?
Not really. I mean, I just like movies. I'm just a big movie buff about all kinds of movies. I mean,
I like a lot of movies, but I want to say Jurassic Park, but I'm really not a fan of the third movie in that franchise. You know, but I think one trilogy that I really liked all the way through was the Dark Knight series. So I could say that's one of my favorite. The Batman series, because even though the third movie was not as amazing as the rest of the series, it's still a good movie.
Yeah. If I had to choose, it'd probably be say Friday the 13th.
Friday that was a trilogy. I thought it was like 8 movies in that whole thing.
Well, maybe he likes the first 3 movies he meant.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
One of the franchises that they just built tons of movies around, like Disney's doing, and everybody else is doing. They're like,
right. See, I knew somebody was gonna poke that argument because I was gonna be the pumpkin spice basic bee and be like, oh, you know, the original Star Wars trilogy was pretty dope, y'all.
Right.
Because I mean, like Spider-Man, the 2000s, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was pretty solid trilogy.
But
I myself, I don't know. I guess I haven't like literally thought of what is my favorite trilogy. I guess I've only thought of movies individually, so that'll be something that I mull over today.
Right.
Yeah. What trilogy of games I can't wait for, but next one's probably not gonna be it for a while because we just got the last one like last year. Is Spider-Man trilogy.
Ah. Video games. I haven't played the second one. I'm starting the first one now. The first PS4 Spider-Man series. I started that. Started playing it. Made a pretty banging thumbnail for it too.
Yeah, I like it.
Like the trick was getting my logo reflection in the eyes of Spider-Man. That was neat. But like when it comes to video games, there's not a trilogy.
Dead Space.
Dead Space is pretty good.
Yeah,
like most
Dead Space trilogy.
Trying to think of games that would be a trilogy. I mean, like Mortal Kombat. I played since I was a kid, and that's not a trilogy. I mean, there's Mortal Kombat Trilogy, the game, but it's a whole string of games. But like if I had to link 3 games from the Mortal Kombat series that were my favorite, there was Mortal Kombat 5, Mortal Kombat Deception, and Mortal Kombat X. Those are my 3 favorite ones so far. I got
You mean 11. You didn't like Sub-Zero Mythologies, the 2D platformer?
Are you telling me you like the mythologies and the clunkiness of that game?
Of course not.
How about Mortal Kombat Special Ops? Did you like Special Ops?
Oh, nobody wants a fighter. Nobody wants a Mortal Kombat fighter that's not a fighter that is a fighter. The arena arcade fighter.
Yeah. My favorite trilogy, and I like the next one in it, but my favorite trilogy originally was the God of War trilogy.
God of War was a good game. Yeah. I played the first game a long time ago. Then the second game was basically the same, just different story.
The fourth game, you might be interested in the fourth game because it's not really a reboot, but it's kind of a reboot. But it's still the same Kratos, but it's in a different mythology.
Right. You know what I like the most about the conversation is no one's mentioned a shooter for their top trilogy game, which is amazing because there's too many shooters out there.
Well, nobody asked me yet. I would have said Halo, baby. You already know.
I like the Granddaddy trilogy, the Doom trilogy.
Yeah.
I like Doom 3 though, but
Magic the Gathering trilogy.
Yeah. You know, there used to be trilogies back in the set. They were called sets. Like they were called blocks. You know, you'd get
blocks, yeah.
You get Ravnica City of Guilds, you'd get Guild Pact, then you'd get Dissension. And they were all part of the same story. 3 whole blocks.
The good old days.
Yep. I loved it when they would break up sets like that, and you got to play around with one thing and evolve into another part of the story. But I guess they stopped being too creative enough to do it, from what they said a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like another thing I really like outside of it is when we get and play any board games. Does anybody play board games here?
I used to.
I think the last time I played a board game was the original Pokemon Monopoly back in the day when Pokemon Monopoly, the original one, came out. So yeah, it's been a long time.
Nice. I have a Ninja Turtles Monopoly.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's based off the newer movie.
My town finally got a Monopoly of its own.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, a lot of towns are doing that nowadays too. Like Cedar Rapids has a Monopoly.
Yep. So does my city.
Yep.
My city
and the thing is, they're not real Monopoly games. They're not made by Hasbro.
Huh.
I would say the best board game I play right now, especially if you're a Magic player, you will pick this game up so quickly, is Everdale.
Yeah, you were talking about that, and I remember showing you the box my wife owns.
Yeah, and it's so easy to pick up as a Magic player. And if you want to teach people to play Magic, it's a very simplistic way to teach them a lot of the fundamental mechanics and things of Magic. And then when they start to play Magic, it's a quick transition. Like my daughter, she learned how to play Everdale, and then she has 2 commander decks that when we play, and she's only 9, and she plays Magic on a much better scale now after playing Everdale.
Everdale. I'll have to look that up.
Everdale.
Yeah, and so just buy the base game, because there's like 4 or 5 expansions, and play even the base game has tons of replayability, because the way the game's set up, you don't always start with the same hands or the same cards out, and there's multiple lines of plays, strategies you can do, and so it has a lot of replayability before you even need to buy expansions.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
Another board game I would like to recommend is the Stardew Valley, the board game. If you can
that
find
game,
it,
we actually own that game. It's sitting on our VCR over there.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's a team game.
Yeah,
Like,
a couple other games I recommend getting is Seven Wonders. It's a really fun drafting game. You have a little board that you progress, but you also draft cards in the middle of it for each age. And then the other one is like the Villainous games. I find those ones really fun.
Oh yeah, I was about to bring up Villainous because we own like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 different versions of Villainous, because they all work together usually. Like
I have the original and I have the Star Wars one.
Yeah, we have the Star Wars one, we have the original, we have Loki's one we haven't opened yet, we have the Lion King one, whatever this red one is, I can't remember. Like we like the game so much, and now they're budgeted. Like you can find them for like $10 a box, and it's really fun. It's like imagine it's like Magic the Gathering Disney, and you get little figurines, you get a little board, and you get cards that you kind of deck build with, or not deck build with, but you cycle through, and you're playing your own game while manipulating other people's boards. And it's pretty insane. It's like, if you want to know how to interact with Magic better, like play Everdell, but play Villainous too. It teaches you how to pay attention to your opponent's board state. It's interesting.
Yep.
Cool.
I like it. All right, everybody. We are coming to a closed show. Like, we went overtime. That's fine. So no deck of the day like I planned, but we had good topics for chill.
The deck of the day is brought to you by Redcubleather. High quality leather deck boxes and merchandise. Customizable options are available. The link is in the description box below.
All right. So we're going to start showing off with Hillbilly.
All right. I'm at 372 subs now, which is very good. Once we get to 400, that's going to kick off a giveaway. So if you ain't subscribed to me, make sure you subscribe to me. Hit that notification bell. I go live at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time every day. And I also try to do a Commander game in the afternoons around 2. And let's get there.
Let's get there. All right. Whoop. Meaningful. Anything you want to show? All right. TCGdude, anything you want to show really quick?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I got you 1/2 a second here. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. As the old Key and Pio guys say. So Thursday is the Diablo 2 Resurrected ladder reset. Now, because of recent happenings, I may or may not be doing some job orientation when this actually drops, when the ladder actually resets. But you can bet your bippy that as soon as I get home, I'm going to be live and on it. So Thursday evening, expect me on my channel to be streaming. But tomorrow, also, I will be live on DJ's channel doing Fallout previews. So, yeah. Thank you. All
right. That's cool. Let's hope it goes well. All right. Going to Tibalts Apprentice. Shill.
Hey, Shell. What's the Shell? Nearing my 500 subscriber mark. So if you're not subscribed, check me out. So throw me a sub. I'm going to open that box of Eldritch Moon when I get there. And in the meantime, look for the most recent content on Instagram. That's Tibalts_Apprentice on Instagram. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. And Waffles.
Hey, now that my internet thing is being crazy, I basically just chilling my channel. A video was uploaded today for the sealed Markov, and I got more stuff coming out. I've got episode 2 of Waffled coming out this week, and then probably doing some drafts. So, yep, just be on the lookout for that.
Nice. All right. And for the shill of my own, tomorrow we won't be live in the morning, but Wednesday is going to be a full day. We'll have a live in the morning, but we're going to have a fundraiser auction coming up for Magic the Gathering cards February 21st, 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is to help get some monies to get some giveaway goodies, and there'll be giveaways during the auction when we hit certain marks like 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. When we hit those marks of money wise, we're going to be doing some awesome giveaways each step of the way, and they're going to build each step of the way. And it's to help fundraise for merchandise to give away, like play mats, sleeves. That's all for fun. It's all for, chilling, I guess. It's going to be awesome. So check that out. Whoop, whoop. Now, everybody, I want to thank you for all showing up. Where is me here? Boom. Waffles had to step out.
Really quick, Taurus, I wanted to ask you one thing. You said you did a video on how to become a part of the auction or where you need to go. Where can you find that video? Is it just on the channel?
All right. Hold on. Boop. Let me go here. Boop, 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 beep, beep, doop. I'm looking right here. Yeah. Boop. Pause you. Control A, Control C. There in private chat, I sent you a video if you want to watch it. It's a live we did, and for those in regular chat, boom, there you go. Cool. And I put it in regular chat if you watch the video. It's all there. So you basically what needs to happen, we'll be on YouTube doing the auction. And I'm rethinking of using OBS for the visual cam, but streaming through StreamYard, so I can have a different setup. Now just go over time and probably just skip a couple days of live shows to get back up there with my hours because I still have flexibility. Because Hillbilly wants to help, and I want Hillbilly to hang out with me. But the only requirement is you need for those who want to join and have to be part of my Discord or found in the DJ's Discord or Hillbilly's Discord, be able to be found, so I can message you, tell you what you want, how much you want. Because the way it's going to work is because some people are going to bid on multiple things, right?
Yep.
So say Tibalt, you're part of it, right? And you auction on, and you say you got 2 different cards out of the whole auction. Well, I don't want you to pay for those 2 cards until you're done auctioning, because every time you go through PayPal, they charge you 36 cents or something. I don't want you to be overcharged for that. That's how it is.
Cool.
But all right. But anyways, closing out because time restraints. We actually got to go pick up groceries soon. We did the online order where you order online from Walmart, then you go pick them up. But I want to thank everybody for hanging out, talking movies, magic, everything. It's a chill day. We can talk movies some more if you want. Let's chill. I'm glad you got to hang out. Thank you for being on for an hour and 13 minutes, 15 now. You guys have a wonderful day. And until next time, my friends, thank you, chat, for being awesome. Yeah.
Peace.
Where is it?
Peace.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron? Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun. Fear not, Megatron.